It's too much.
You can't take those niggas off. But if you take Messi off, he's gonna pass you without. He's a coach. Away. He's not gonna do that. If they report tomorrow, I put Messi said he wants to leave.
Messi or Ronaldo just can't take him.
And then you take Neymar off. He starts kicking water bottles so he gets out. He's not pressing.
It's a mess. It's a mess. Because I remember in the time when
I feel for Poch. Poch, come home, boy.
Yeah, that's why.
Can you just cross to the other side of Manchester?
Go to United.
But is he a good fit?
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Oh, welcome back to the most biased full-time footy.
The most biased podcast
in the country.
But you can trust.
In the country.
It's the most accurate football timeline. If you know.
This week I found myself remembering newspapers. I don't know if you guys know this one. And there's our Daily Sun. There is our, I don't know if you know Mira, Sowetan. And there was this one. Do you remember that one? Where it's City Press. Do you remember City Press? I remembered City Press yesterday. You guys, you don't get it. You don't get it. City Press, boys. Did you see the City Press yesterday? Guys, the only thing that I could say to myself, I was like, this City Press.
It's what I was saying, that people can say Pep Guardiola doesn't want to defend or
he's
only attacking. But one thing I can give, when they're not in possession, the structure.
Thank you, boy. That's all I wanted to talk about. I could see their offense.
Fine.
It's fine. When they don't have the ball, guys.
Fuck. It's like they're each other. You can the distances between the players. Obviously, I didn't have a ruler too, but you can see the distance, they're consistent and they move as a unit. There's no space to pass. If you want to pass,
they were suffocating PSG, bruh. They suffocated PSG. I found Kimpembe. Kimpembe was passing to the sidelines, or so he was passing the ball to Rodri.
Even Neymar was doing back passes.
Bruh, it was neat. They didn't have a structure. And they lost their structure mostly because of the front three. Yeah. Those niggas were fucked up. It was like two separate teams, exactly. So there was the 3 and the 8 or whatever. Come on, guys. Come on. Nah, man. Man City. Yesterday, I saw that Pep is a genius. But those kind of things, guys, those are kind of things that showed you these niggas are coached. They have a coach, these guys. There is no way players are just going to come out and do what they did yesterday. There is no way. You have to do that in the training pitch. You have to be coached that thing. And then you go and execute. And they executed brilliantly. Brilliantly. That City Press, boy.
You see?
City Press. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You see? I just found myself remembering that newspaper. City Press. City Press at its best. Brilliant. With the ball, I know what they can do. But without the ball, it's scary, bruh. It's scary, bruh. It is fucking scary. And then someone was telling me yesterday, Bernardo Silva killed demon. He's a demon, that boy. Yeah. The boy doesn't get tired. 90 minutes. Up and fucking down, bruh. The boy, he defends. He intercepts the ball. He assists. He scores. What the fuck does he not do?
100% pass completion.
100% pass completion. Come on, bruh. Come on. And he was man of the match. I understood why he was man of the way he was pressing.
That assist.
That assist. You see that assist, ne? You can think that assist it's not. The way the ball was going to him,
From the top.
and the way he just took off all the momentum from the ball, and then calm, exactly. He was so calm, and then he just fed it to Jesus. I was like, fuck, man. And what a finish from Jesus.
Yeah.
That was a good finish, because if he hit it straight, it's going to be saved. Yeah. But then he just opened his body, and then he pushed it on the side. Nah, man, City, they deserve to win, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Deserve to win.
And
by
they are
a
threats.
bigger margin than what they won.
Yeah, they should have won by 5-1 or something, 5-2 or something. They were not there. It's a problem, guys.
But as far as
And
City,
I actually,
in recent days, they manage the game rather than going and scoring 4 or 5. They just try and manage the game.
second half, after the 2-1, after they scored the second one, they started managing the game.
So,
But that first half, I think I can rewatch that first half over and over and over again.
that spell between 25 minutes and 35 minutes.
It was too much. It was too much.
It's like,
Remember, there was no De Bruyne there.
it's like they were being controlled using a remote.
A
You
remote,
see that
boy.
The level now is
It's too
just-
much. The tempo.
You can see
That's
that up
that's
the tempo.
that's what you call the tempo of the game, really.
And you can see that from this pressure that they are building now, a goal must result. And
It
you could
must.
feel
It must.
You could feel it.
And they hit the post.
Manchester-
Navas was just saving everything, but man, if they lost that game, I'm sure people would have been like, mina ngiyayeka, man.
boy.
What more am I supposed to do as a coach? What more are we supposed to do as players if you're playing to that extent? Like PSG is dead. It was like I was watching United. They were not there.
They were not there.
And the most painful thing, because obviously the biggest reason of what happened yesterday is because of the front three.
Yeah. They were
That's
detached.
they were detached,
That's what happened.
and they were not pressing. They were just walking around. So I want us to break down these three niggas.
Yeah.
Mbappe is young, guys. What's his
Full
reason
of
for not?
energy. He must be full of energy. There's no
When I'll
excuse.
praise, you are 22. I'll praise you when. For what?
For what? Where are you going
For
to get the
what?
ball?
I really don't get it.
Where are you going to get the ball?
How? 21 years of age, bruh. And you can see Mbappe how he is built physically.
Yeah.
He's an athlete, that boy. He's big. He can, if he's pressing you, you can feel him. Okay,
can
there's
feel the
presence.
pressure. It's not like Messi or
Yeah.
the can mark or the.
So that boy, he should press. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know if Pochettino is scared of him. He doesn't tell him.
Yeah, that's
Like,
it.
what the fuck?
It
Yeah, I
looks
think
like
they need just a big coach, a big name coach.
They do.
Someone who
They
tell
do.
them who to press. I
Yeah.
don't think Pochettino
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
Ali to Mbappe. Okay.
Yeah.
now it feels like that
And
team
then-
is full of 3 stars.
Yeah. That's what they are.
They're detached from the team because
Yeah,
they can do whatever they need to do in the field.
Even
When they
Ramos
have
is
the
too
ball,
big for Pochettino.
imagine when Ramos comes back, it's going to be a mess.
But maybe it will be better because Ramos is a leader.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
maybe.
But Leon Ramos, the problem here, guys, it's not like, I don't think there's a problem with their defense. I think their midfield, yeah, they could do better if they had Verratti. The problem is the front three. It's the same thing that we see at United. There is no link between the midfield and the front three,
and the
which is the same thing that happens at United.
Because
Same nonsense
you can defend very well behind, but there is no one to get the ball from where you are.
to the strikers.
I
Exactly.
asked just truly yesterday. I understand you want to play from the back, but can you not even ping one long ball to Mbappe? Just
Yeah, the ball
Messi
can
dropping.
run.
Just maybe.
Yeah, he
Messi
can
dropping-
Behind it,
run. We just need
to
it
run.
behind the defense.
Because they were
Messi just-
suffocating the City Villa.
Yeah, but
But Messi needed
City
to
press,
just
man,
go
it was
back.
too much. They didn't have.
One long ball.
I feel like
One is pressing
the-
you have Mbappe.
Remember, the only way that I felt like they could be able to ping a pass, it was if it's a goal kick.
Yeah.
They never had the chance, guys. Did you see?
Oh, I thought
Did you see?
Messi will drop back like
Yeah,
to collect the ball and then
but he
move
did
it
that
back.
when he was very, very late.
But even though,
Late at that point.
even though he's doing that, is he gonna get the ball? Is he going to get the
He was
ball?
going to try.
Remember, guys, when it's a goal kick, Sterling was on the 18 area line, and who's that? Mahrez and Bernardo Silva, they were already
Yeah,
there.
already.
And those niggas, because now you're allowed to pass within the 18
they're
area.
passing within.
So they were passing within there. The moment they pass it, Sterling is pouncing. Manje, you're passing to your what? To your right back or your left back. and then Rodri, Mahrez, they're all over you, all of them. Man, even if you move a long pass, bruh, it's not going to be accurate.
How good is Cancelo?
The problem is that now I don't understand how are you supposed to get out of that press, and I feel like Liverpool is the team that is the answer.
They will give you all the memo. The memo is there in Klopp's.
I don't think
in Klopp's library is there.
How do you get out of that press?
But that's
that difficult to beat the City.
Pella, no, guys, it's how you guys lost. No, it's how you guys lost.
Chelsea.
If you remember, they were pressing you guys, and the fans at Stamford Bridge started saying, "Shoot the ball long."
Yeah,
they were saying that to the goalkeeper.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you see they are pressing you deep, well, if you play along, you can beat them even.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to flex
Yeah.
this, man. I can prove what I can beat this. A point of the game
It's to win. It's to win football, and that is where Pochettino failed yesterday, because he wanted to beat City at their own game at any cost. Because you could see
But
that
you
there
know,
was no way you could have played from the back. You could see that it was not possible. Just
Poch
call
is-
Messi back Gangan at least, and then tell Mbappe to run and just keep. I'm sure Messi could ping one pass.
Lionel Messi, man. So I think we were talking about those three guys. So then the second one is Neymar.
What is he doing?
He's a cheese boy.
What is he doing?
Neymar is a cheese boy.
What is he doing?
I wanna, you know that cheese boy, Akokas.
Yeah.
The one with Nike's cheese. I
Yeah.
guess. Nike shoes,
Everything
Nike trousers and all that. That's Neymar, boy.
And-
You can't expect Neymar to be running all over the field.
But in football, nothing comes easy, bro. Like, nothing comes. You can be the biggest star. You must just do your work. Part of the job.
So that's how I was sort of like thinking about this in my head. I'm like, okay, so Neymar is a cheese boy. He's not gonna run, even if you tell him. You just be like, ah. So there's nothing you can do to him. Mbappe, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. I don't know why.
No, for that you need a good coach, boy. Who's going to be able to say Mbappe must press or Neymar must press.
Yeah. So Neymar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you guys thinking about Neymar? What's the problem with him? Why is he not pressing? Or what would you tell him if you were a coach?
I feel like if you are going to do that, if you are going to allow players to just play and don't give them defensive responsibilities, then the system must work, which was not working yesterday. So
And-
you must structure the team very well that the three players zoning out of the game doesn't affect you. Because I'm thinking that if you say they mustn't mark, then there must be an advantage when you are attacking somehow. But they were not even there because they couldn't get the ball to them. So just poor management of players.
Players not pressing.
Three of them, bruh.
Criminal.
Three.
Criminal.
You see at United
Especially
at least.
if they're not helping you when you're attacking,
Yeah, bruh.
what's the risk that you're taking? You're just taking a risk.
Nah,
that you're going to defend.
three is too much, guys.
it's too much.
3 is too much. Or one at least people are complaining that Ronaldo doesn't press. If it's one,
But Ronaldo
But-
will press for Ronaldo.
Ronaldo does press.
so I don't know why people are always complaining. He doesn't press and all that.
Ronaldo gets when he gets frustrated, he presses. Messi.
Messi works, guys. Messi's been working since Barcelona.
Yeah,
So
you cannot be surprised now.
yeah. So he was our third guy. Then.
Yeah,
So
there's no way.
yeah. He's been working since, and he was at Barcelona. There was nothing unusual. And when I tell people that, guys, you can't tell me that Messi is still fast. He's not.
He must
The legs are
conserve
gone,
the
guys.
legs. He must conserve the
People are like, Messi is fast. I'm like, guys, Messi was fast back in the days. The legs are finishing.
Those players not fast. So you can have a foot race maybe with Ronaldo. Someone. Messi is not that fast, but with the ball.
With the ball, he moves.
It's like Hazard is not fast, but
When he has the ball.
Yeah,
It's because I think also because he can protect the ball
yeah,
and then he can shift around.
going forward.
Yeah, because it's not like he's moving a straight sprint straight.
Yeah.
He's just turning around. So
And Messi was working in that Barcelona team that was weak.
yeah, he
So
was.
my thinking when he moved to PSG is that at least now he can work in peace with people doing their job and him helping the team whenever he can help them. Just like Ronaldo. We just need those Ronaldo goals for
Yeah,
certain moments.
Making the press at his stage.
Oh,
He was
36
doing-
years
he was
old.
there to press.
Unless people decide they are last.
Amarangit, the problem is that he has to start.
There is only the only.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but you can have one player not pressing and then you have your whole team, structured team. Pressing.
So, because now you are talking about structure. So yesterday I couldn't tell where Neymar was playing. I was like, is he playing a free
Yeah,
role?
I think that front three doesn't have instruction.
They don't.
Nothing whatsoever. Just play.
And at
Like,
some point, at some point you could see there on one side of the field. Just
Exactly.
one side of the field, just on the left maybe.
Because even though City was pressing, you could see, okay, this is how they're playing. Bernardo was sort of like the striker, or the false nine, and then Sterling was pressing from the left. Then Mahrez was on the right, obviously. And then you had Gundogan and who's that, Zinchenko.
Yeah.
And then you had Rodri. And Rodri was way further up as well. And I think they sort of like press with 4 players. I don't get it. All the time when I'm checking the City press, it's always a cube. It's always a cube. It's like 4 players.
One long ball, I couldn't understand with me. One long ball, Mbappe run. They're gonna beat City. Mbappe.
I think they send one guy to the guy who has the ball. They send one guy to the left back, and then they send one guy to the midfield guy. And then the 4th guy, I don't know what he's doing, but now it becomes so difficult for you to pass the ball because they're so energetic.
Yeah, and they know
Like they come
what's
fast at you, bruh.
You see, both Bernardo Silva, as small as they are, was telling as those niggas I'm sure they cannot mark. They are not the best. They cannot
but
mark.
as
But
a
as a
unit,
unit, if you do it as a unit, that's when you see. Because they'll press. I couldn't see it myself. I was wondering if I was playing there, where was I going to
Yeah,
pass the
there was
ball?
no space.
There was no
nothing.
space, bruh. There was nothing.
Is this like other
That's
teams?
what I'm saying. There was
Like
nothing.
Atletico, you can see the formation as 4-4-2.
Exactly.
But with City, you couldn't even tell that because like there's the spaces between the players. It's just accurate.
It's just so
consistent.
good. It's so good.
And they move as a unit.
So good. And they're good on the ball. Gundogan was back, man.
From
Yesterday
full
was
back
a
to left.
fire.
From full back to midfielder, Cancelo.
Have you seen Walker?
Oh.
Jesus. You're...
Walker, he dealt with Mbappe.
You. Emina, I want a Pep, ne? Pep is genius, guys.
Yeah, I know.
It's not that me ngithanda uKlopp one. But Pep, ne? Yeah. He's probably gonna go down as the. Now I'm giving him these flowers, grace. When I'm just thinking about yesterday's performance, ne? And just thinking about what the little runs that Walker was doing. Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. Did you see those runs?
They
Guys,
disorganize the team. Those are the runs that disorganize
Those
the
niggas dead. Who was that guy? Is it Cancelo or Rodri? One of the two. He had the ball on the surface, on the 18 area, like just at the back. He was just pinging them over the line. And then Walker, he's fast.
Walker.
He was just...
But he times the run so perfect that he's not offside. but
He's
because
not
of the
offside.
pace- Because of the pace.
It's
going to
not
get to that
offside.
point. It's going to get to that
He
point.
perfects the run so good.
So good
That he's not offside. And he's the one who brought the ball back to Bernardo Silva for the
first
goal. Yeah, he brought the ball back to Bernardo Silva, and then Silva gives to Jesus. So because the reason why I'm giving Pep his flowers is because every player there, I think he goes to every player.
They know exactly.
And he tells that player how to play and what to do.
In every situation, if it's like this, I don't think Manchester City players, they guess. When I was watching,
They don't, man.
when I was watching a lot of teams that maybe don't have managers, you can tell that they have a plan up until a certain point. Maybe
Yeah.
when they reach the final third, now they start guessing because they are not sure what's going to happen. Who do I pass? Is this winger going to overlap or is it going to come short? They are not sure. But then it seems like, because as soon as Manchester City have the ball, Cancelo moves into midfield and they start playing.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying every player there
They know.
has his own instruction. He tells that player, when this is what you're gonna to do. Because if you can check the way Walker plays that right back position, it's not the same way that Cancelo plays his left back positions. It's different. Because normally if you're a coach, you just be like, guys, your full backs just push and all that, and then it will literally like be the same thing. You're going and then you cross the ball or whatever. Those niggas, they're so different.
If it's like this, it's just going to depend on the ability of the players. If they can if they cannot. But now it's a different instruction.
With City, it's like the instruction is so different. Because you will never see Cancelo on the left wing.
Never.
Like
to cross the ball.
No. He comes in inside like that, and then he pings a pass.
Those outside foot.
Yeah.
You see that assist.
Outside foot, so I was like,
Cancelo, bruh. Man.
This year is the year of fullbacks, right backs specific.
That's what I was saying, boy. It's crazy. It's crazy how
the fullbacks are pulling in numbers.
They're pulling, ne?
It's crazy, boy.
They are, man.
It's crazy how the last 3-4 years, when you think about a star or a superstar in a team, you're thinking about an attacking player, a Hazard, a Sanchez, a number 10, someone who's going to deliver with goals and maybe those dribbles, those performances in the final third. Hey, but right now it's hot. If you're a full back and you don't know your story, it's
if you're a full back guy,
it's late.
Back and you don't know your
late.
story.
It's late. I know, guys. When I Klopp and Pep, they've defined this era.
But it's like all the full backs.
From now until 2030, this is their era.
Because if you check Trent Alexander-Arnold, if you check a Chilwell, if you check a Reece James,
if
you check a
Cancelo, Walker.
Check even that PSG boy Nuno Gomez. Nuno was it?
Mendes.
Was Nuno Mendes? Yes.
He was suffering yesterday though.
But he played that game.
But you could say this is a good player.
He was for most parts of the match. He was 1-on-1 versus Mahrez, and he took the ball without committing a foul.
Even Bernardo Silva took it like no one.
First half. He just took
but
the
Mahrez was in charge in that game. But
he was in charge, but that boy just took care of it. I was wondering.
For a 19-year-old,
and even when he had the ball, he was also good on the ball, that boy. So, if you're a full back and you don't know your story, it's curtains for you.
It's curtains.
It's curtains for you.
It's late.
So
So that's why I'm like, people now they're comparing, who's this guy? Trent and Reece James. Who do you go with?
I haven't watched.
Okay. I think this is the most biased podcast.
Be biased, boy. Be biased.
When I Reece James.
I wouldn't choose anyone of
No, between me and you, okay.
No, I'll go for Trent, mainly because I've seen Trent playing maybe for 2 seasons now consistently.
Oh, okay.
I know when Trent is not at his best, what does it look like? I know. So, and it's just good to see him back to his levels. So,
I
think Trent. Reece James is a good shout. He's good, but I have not watched him enough myself personally.
Now for me, guys, that right foot of Trent. Kotluan, guys.
You know what I was telling you,
Even
Walker might not play in England, man.
Yeah, competition is too tight.
Even if they're playing back 5, back 3, whatever.
He's too traditional.
If you have Trent, no Reece James.
Yeah. That right.
It's just.
The problem is just that Walker needs a coach.
Yeah.
Because if he's playing the way he plays at City, then obviously he's going to need that kind of system. So now with that motherfucker,
top and he times those runs.
Yeah. So it's not going to happen with England. England is boring, guys. I don't know why they even extended that guy's contract. I was like, these people, they're backward thinkers.
Backward so much.
Do you know when you're a backward thinker? Boy. No, guys, you can't be a backward thinker. In life, guys, some I don't know, opportunities or errors or whatever, it only comes once in a while.
Once.
England have a bunch of good players.
And they must not take it for
They just
granted.
need a coach.
And it's the
You
second-
can't have a coach playing 5 people at the back with that team, guys.
When you have,
Okay.
you have Mount, you have Grealish, you have Lingard, you have
Foden.
you have all these players that are fighting
you
for
have
attacking
Sancho.
positions.
You have
Then you choose to play a lot of defenders that you don't
Now when
have.
you're playing a lot of defenders,
And you don't
okay,
have-
at least okay, even if you're playing a lot of defenders, it's fine. Be like Chelsea, hey. Because I did watch Chelsea. Chelsea's good, guys.
Chelsea.
Nah, Chelsea's good.
Chelsea,
Nah, they're
you see
good,
Chelsea
those guys.
Chelsea have shown.
Nah, I
why
saw
they're
them
the
against.
champions, European champions.
Nah, they're good.
Why
We
they're
saw
doing?
Uti, they took out to Kante. Was it first half?
Yeah,
First half.
yeah, I got injured.
It's like, yeah, we injured. But he could have taken him out because for me, it wasn't that time. Maybe it's because of the injury. But when I watched him play, I was like, okay, this is not Kante.
Did you see him on the weekend though?
Yeah,
Goal.
it's solo run the door.
Oh yeah, hello, Kante, guys.
His left foot.
Chelsea, I force. I'm telling
Are they a good team, man?
Chelsea, I force.
Chelsea's a good team.
That's what I
So-
like. It was scoring
so
without
if-
Lukaku.
Yeah, so if you are playing that thing of 5 at the back, 3 at the back, or whatever, at least be so good at it that we can't pin anything
Yeah,
about
we can't.
against you. Now you are Southgate.
Yeah, you can't be playing that thing and being in your own half as well. It's like it's too negative.
Or you can't
Hi.
play. You can't play 5 at the back and you still don't win and you still criticize. If you play 5,
Yeah.
you still say you are defensive. But
Must win.
if you score 3 goals,
Yeah,
and
it's
you
like-
keep a clean sheet, we are off your back. We are not going to say anything. You are doing your thing, boss. So you just want 3-0 playing 5 at the back. So you scored 3 goals and you have a clean sheet. What more do you want?
Man.
Week in, week out, whether it's in the Premier League or it's in the Champions, they made Juventus look like a small club.
They made them look like a small club. Yo, they were Chelsea was on top of them from minute 1.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, after that Chalobah goal, I stopped watching. I was like, I'm
knew.
out.
That's,
I knew.
not their best team.
With Chelsea, what I've seen that if once they score the first goal, it's very hard for the other team to come back because they've kept
They're so good
many clean
defensively.
sheets.
Yeah, they're so good
So
defensively.
once the first goal goes in, you can just hope, but the recent history doesn't say that they'll go.
You're not gonna come back. Yeah, Bella. Yeah, I feel like we will talk about Chelsea more.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, Bella. Now, I just don't want us to finish without saying this because the front line, the front 3 of PSG. The problem now is that you can't sub them.
You can't.
Yeah.
If you
That's why when I saw Di Maria, I was like, hey,
Who?
who's going to take out?
Exactly.
Mbappe
And then
is
it
there.
takes off a midfielder.
Yeah, but from that one, Mbappe is the
I mean, now that's. I understand why Poch would say, I'm going to United. Nah, man. 3 guys. You can't take those niggas off. Pella, if you take Messi off, he's gonna pass you without. As a coach, when you go out, you're like, oh, away.
boy,
He's not gonna do that. And then the reports tomorrow. Poor Messi is sad. He wants to leave. And then you take Neymar off. He starts kicking water bottles when he gets out. He's not
it's a
pressing.
mess. It's a mess. When you, because I remember in the time when
I feel for Poch. Poch, come home, boy.
Yeah, that's why.
can you just cross to the other side of Manchester?
Go to United.
But is he a good fit for United? Because what I'm thinking is that United are not exactly, but they are at the same level that PSG are at in terms of superstars and managing egos. When you go to United now, it's not more about the ability of the players. You know what Pogba can do, you know what Ronaldo can do, but can you manage them in a system so that they play together?
Yeah, I think he can.
At United,
Yeah, I think Poch can deal with it. Because
Ronaldo is that difficult to manage. I think
yeah, Lionel Ronaldo.
But Ronaldo wants to win, so he doesn't care about. Okay, he also wants the team to win. But some players, they just want to win more than anything. So if I believe that your tactics, and I've seen managers with tactics that are better than you, and already I can just see that whatever you're doing is not going to work. And
Pele-
I'm not going to play for you. And Pochettino, hey, you see now I'm on the fence with the United job, so I'm just glad I'm not the one who has to make it.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad I'm not the one who's
Because-
making it. Because now it's
right now
very
it's-
yo.
You see, the next step that Manchester United take in terms of appointing a manager, it's going to decide whether we're going to have the next 5 years trying to rebuild, or we're going to
To win.
go to the top.
Yeah.
That's the next step. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, so I think we should just dive in straight. So Ole plays his last game against Watford.
You know who puts him to the
His last goal. It's Van de Beek.
back in here, man.
Van de Beek scores Ole's last goal. It was sad,
You
man.
just can't make these things up.
No,
It was
guys.
sad when he left.
It was sad.
You could just tell. You could just tell that it was over.
It was sad. You know, Ole is one manager that post first say Alex. He's one guy that Tina's fans were not furious at it. Were
Yeah,
not.
he made us believe.
That man, he brought the life into the team, guys. Let's be
He
honest.
made us believe that
He
we
made
play
our-
good football
exactly.
and can win.
We can win.
With Mourinho, it was like,
And he
okay,
built
you
a
can
team.
win, but
He left a
good
better
football
team
was-
than all those other
yeah,
managers.
He left the club at a much better
State
state
than
what-
all
what
those
he-
guys.
what he found.
The only problem is that he was just not good enough in
And
terms
that's
of
not it-
tactics.
that's not on him.
That's one thing I always tread carefully when it comes to whether I like good football, but also let that not compromise the cups. I want cups as well. Yeah, well, as much as I like good football, but winning league something UEFA.
Like a
Don't
Chelsea
just
fan.
make me feel. I'm not saying I like the worst football. Priority.
Yeah, Maro, I think we've never seen United playing good football as well.
Yeah,
Because even with all it was just counter-attack stuff.
yeah.
It was good, but it was
But you see,
not sustainable.
the first few months, not the first few months, really, the first 3 games when Ole took over, you know, the first 3 games, they went blue. It was against Cardiff, his old team, when he first took over. When they played that game, or the games around that time, I think it was the perfect way that United play. Because we're risking it all at the back, but when we pass forward, we know that we have people waiting for the ball on a counter attack, and they are lethal. And that time, I think even Lingard was even doing the most. Because that's what you must do. You must risk it. Because if you are going to play on a counter attack, but everyone is behind the ball, your counter attack is going to end there by the center line. But if you risk it and you keep 2 runners up there, then
Sure.
you know that if we're not good enough defensively, we concede. But if we try and get this ball, it's gone. That's how we won those matches from a 3-4, 4-3, 4-2. That's how it happened. And somehow we just lost that after the PSG.
Yeah, that was just the honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was animal face.
Good players are still excited.
I mean, I just hope this. Yeah, so United have appointed a caretaker
An interim coach.
until the end of the season.
Which means
So I hope this guy also comes with his honeymoon face. I mean, I turn the honeymoon face. I feel like everyone likes honeymoon face. Oh, Pella, honeymoon face, guys. You're on a vacation. Kuri, you don't even worry about shit.
Yeah, the thing is, you could have stayed with Chelsea. There's no honeymoon there. But I don't know that. Man, coach is yo.
no, but honeymoon phase.
Fuck you, old man.
No, but
Especially-
honeymoon phase. Honeymoon
I mean,
is
I'm
nice.
doing a honeymoon, guys. It's nice. It's
Honeymoon phase
nice.
is the one, boy.
It's nice, shame.
Because they
Oh,
even
you win 20 games, boy. Straight. Yeah, you're not losing when 20 games.
Even
Oh.
when I had that honeymoon phase, remember when it was on a 7
At Arsenal.
league streak?
Yeah, I remember very well. And then Arsenal fans started believing, hey,
Is the one.
it's the one.
I think in this
and some people are still on the honeymoon phase with Libon. Yeah. Some people are still on the honeymoon phase.
To end. Don't worry about it.
Yes, truly. It's you guys. Pella, you haven't suffered, guys. Oh, Pella, remember when Pep? Remember?
you could see.
Yeah. No. I know. I'm just saying. I'm trying to be. Because Pep, when Pep went to City, that first season they were shown hell.
Yeah.
If you can remember, and then they qualified for the Champions League. They were out of the league so early.
Yeah,
And then-
Chelsea wasn't playing any European football, so we were focusing on.
Yeah, and then who's that guy? Klopp, when he went to Liverpool, remember? They were not even in Champions League. It was so rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, so So those guys, they didn't like come in and then honeymoon phase, building and all
Yeah, but
that.
it doesn't matter, if their honeymoon phase is over, we'll move on to the next.
And it's over with a trophy.
Yeah. Another one comes with the honeymoon phase trophy. That's how we move.
Yeah.
Don't do this thing of building.
You all are always on cloud 9.
Yeah.
Hey.
Fuck these niggas, man. It's just the worst thing that I hate, man, is losing to these niggas.
Yeah.
Hey.
But
Man.
where you heading?
No, Mara, you know what, ne? The only problem is that, okay, Tuchel is good, but at least Ben Chilwell won't be playing.
Bench?
Yeah, Ben Chilwell, he won't be playing. Chilwell.
Oh, Chilwell.
Yeah, it's injured.
Yeah. But who Alonso can
But it's not a-
Alonso can just.
No, you know what I like? What I like is that, you know, we have a history of beating you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing you do have. Yeah, you can.
I can share any. So, I just wish Rafik, what's his name?
We headed first. We headed first.
What's that guy's name?
But
You know that man's name is.
Even with Ole was like
Even
this.
with Ole it was like this. Why the Ole gonna Solskjaer? Yeah, man, we didn't know. Apparently, he's a United legend. You see, and then Ole was also given a six months contract. Pella, remember?
Yeah.
And then they fucking extended that guy's contract. So please, man. It feels like they have a deja vu, bro. But the problem is that we're gonna have the honeymoon phase. Yeah. But I think it's gonna come. We have good players, Pella. We have good players. Exactly.
So Ralf Rangnick is the new interim coach for United.
Of Man United.
For the next.
I don't know the guy.
But
I just hope he's.
but what do you think about the decision? Like about everything. Them deciding to appoint not a permanent manager but
But a
interim,
caretaker, yeah.
and also their choice.
And also their choice. Yeah, man. I think it was always a difficult decision on whether do we keep Ole. Not okay, obviously, yeah. On whether do we get a permanent coach now or 6 months and then we'll get a new permanent coach. So it was always a difficult decision, but I think they should have went the Chelsea route.
Yeah.
Get a good top manager now,
It's
and
much earlier.
then you continue the season.
Yeah.
But I would still give that guy a 6 month contract. Me personally, I'm not giving that nigga 3 years contract.
You would have went for Zidane.
I would have went for
Zidane,
Leonard Zidane. Apparently,
Zidane
he said no. Yeah.
No.
So when who
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That is the problem now.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay, let's say-
I really don't know, bruh.
Okay, let's say people were not available. Let's say because they're trying to poach Pochettino to poach Pochettino.
Yeah, we're trying to poach that guy. We're trying to poach that guy.
And I think also rumors that they're also trying to lure Brendan Rodgers. So
Oh yeah.
when if you were part of that board, what would you have done?
I mean, I would have went for
Okay, Zidane's
For Zidane.
It makes sense. It's a step down for Zidane, I think. This
No,
job
it's
is a
not,
step
man.
down for Zidane.
No, it's not. Where is he gonna go?
Zidane, you see, Zidane's,
do what?
Zidane's CV right now is lucrative.
Yeah, it's just
It is, but this job is the job that proves to him,
But that's
to
what-
himself, to the people,
No,
and to
that's-
everyone to say, I mean, I'm a top coach. If he
Yeah.
manages to come to United and turn things around,
Yeah.
in terms of something to himself and to have that big landmark on his CV.
Come and prove yourself.
Come and prove yourself. Let's see you.
Superstars in your team.
I don't think Zidane wants to prove it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of question marks over his coaching abilities and his tactics.
That's
So
why he
if-
needs to go to United
if
so that he
goes
can
to
go and
United,
prove
he falls
himself.
For the trap. Right now, he resigned. He was not fired in Madrid. You can
Yeah, he
correct me.
resigned. Yeah.
So I think he resigned at Madrid to just go and pick up a club. When he resigned there, he wants a CV to
But where are you gonna go? To France?
to PSG first, and then that's a step up.
PSG is even worse.
But that's why
Because
I
you know
think he's
the
looking-
problem is
he's looking
what
for
the
that
problem
job
is, and we know.
Because of you know.
3 guys there at PSG.
But he's the one who can manage
Those
them.
guys are just walking around.
But he's
What
the
is he
one who
gonna
can
do?
manage them, I think.
Nah, guys. No, it's
So,
even worse.
can
I want a
you-
PSG. PSG is the most difficult job that you can get now.
No, it's United.
No,
I think-
no, okay. You know what the thing is, ne? The nice thing with PSG is that they have so much quality in those three guys.
Yes.
They can win you a match
But it's not
anytime.
like
They even
It's
almost.
the most difficult. Just
But it's not even like the three guys. It's not like the team is dead.
Mourinho can manage the team and win.
Any good manager,
No,
any
no,
good manager,
no.
Kevin,
Mara Mourinho's gonna fight with those three niggas. Man.
Yeah.
as long as you
At
get
some
the
point,
results.
It's either me or them. Yeah, well, at
Just
some
get
point,
the
it's
results.
gonna come to the
Hey, you guys, you don't get it. Bella, that nigga, those niggas, you can sub those niggas.
We know that. So Kevin, let me get it straight from you. You are saying the United job is difficult than the PSG job. I bet you.
I think the PSG job is difficult than the United job.
I think the United job is difficult than the PSG job.
Now, the United, you know.
I think you're talking as a fan of Emmanuel.
I'm talking
Because
about
you're
the
talking
board.
to
So,
an-
what do you think?
difficult.
What do you think?
You're saying when it's difficult because you can't come here and be good, which was a challenger for you. Well, at this point.
No, I'm not even
most-
talking about.
Yeah,
I'm
when
talking about-
which job do you think is difficult? PSG or
For
United?
me, for me, I think I can't manage it. I would fight with Messi and Neymar. No,
So which job is difficult?
I think PSG is more difficult for a great manager. Man U is going to be more difficult than PSG. But for a manager,
No.
like coach's level, it's not as easy as this. As a club, when it goes to PSG, I think he can win.
Yeah, Klopp can
So
do well
that's
there.
that's
That I
So,
agree with.
It's like it depends on the manager.
Yeah, that I agree with.
So
Klopp
that's what I'm
can
saying.
win there.
I'm saying, you see the PSG manager. Maybe not any, but you can count maybe 3 top managers that if they can move there, they can make it work. Because it's all about managing egos and just having a structure that's going to work for everyone.
Egos are big, guys. Those egos are big. Those egos that you're talking about.
The United job is not about it's egos and more. Because right now, even the fans.
No,
they
you
just
know
want-
what?
We just want to win now.
You
We
know what
don't
the
care
problem
about-
with the
and there's a
United
lot of
job?
politics behind the doors.
Yeah.
Behind closed doors, there's a lot of politics there at United that even if you can get a good manager, even if you can get Klopp at United, I don't think you can think around
I think,
in a season.
You
You can't.
personally,
But if you can go to
Personally,
PSG,
I think the United job is easier because the problems at United, the first problem at United is the culture. I go now we used to say Alex back in the days and all that nonsense.
just do away with that thing and
We need to move
and
on
win
with
trophies.
life. Wawan. I feel like there's a culture issue there. I don't know how to pin my finger around it, but I can just tell there is. And even inside within the hierarchies of the club, there's a big problem there.
It's
But
like-
otherwise, if now we're looking just on the football,
Yeah.
we have good players, guys.
We have.
And the United players, the egos are not that big.
Yeah,
You can manage those boys. It's young boys. The only thing that you need at United is to get a midfielder, a proper midfielder. And then you connect your midfield and your front three. You connect your
Nice.
yeah. That's
just a decent city.
yeah. You just need a decent CDM and a coach who has proper tactics. That's why I think Pochettino can do well there. He can come in and give us nice football.
while still managing expectations.
The problem is the trophies now for
Because you need
Pochettino.
them.
Yeah, for Pochettino, the problem will be winning trophies. I think he will struggle with it. Yeah, he's not. He's
Because
not.
when you look
But
at it,
if he comes, we'll go toe to toe with City and Liverpool, and it will be good, man.
yeah,
To have Poch,
it would be good.
Pochettino, Poch and
Pochettino.
Klopp and Pep.
And
Yeah,
Conte.
yeah. It will be and Conte and Tuchel.
Did you see
Oh,
that?
Kotler boy. Yeah. It will be too much.
Did you see that Conte reaction after he won?
Yeah, so.
That's
Yeah,
the image that I'm looking for at
bruh.
United, boy.
Yeah, you see, when I saw that, man,
That was not a good performance from Spurs. It was a terrible performance from Spurs. They
It
just
was.
managed to come back.
Yeah.
That's the passion from the manager to the fans to the team. That's what we need, boy. That's a club. We just need
Sure.
someone to tell the fans that we are with you. We understand you.
No, I agree.
We just.
I agree.
Because that feels like
Conte is really involved, man. He has these emotions inside. Obviously, when he loses, it's like super hurt.
Yeah.
You can just tell, man. So yeah, I agree, man. If we had gotten Conte, it was gonna be perfect.
No,
But I just couldn't see how he was gonna play his all three at the back, and I don't see how he was gonna do that. Because Bissaka is nonsense, man. I mean, I can't tell about Bissaka, guys. I've been sticking it out for that guy, saying the guy must learn. What, guys?
No,
it's terrible going forward. Terrible.
But it's the fault of the manager that he's exposed. If you know that a player is not good enough going forward, then he cannot be always at a position that he needs to cross where you know that he cannot cross. You must just make a plan for that. If he's there for you
going forward, maybe you focus your attack more on that side.
Maybe
because if you've seen at United, that right side doesn't exist.
It is not there.
There's nothing that right side.
It's not there.
There is
the only time
nothing.
The only time.
Is also not a winger.
Yeah, that's the only time even you get a decent chances
From the right. If Bruno goes to
assist,
if he goes there. Because even the guy who's playing on the right, it's dead. The only time that you can say maybe it's alive is if Greenwood is there and then he just...
Sancho is playing that side.
Even if Sancho is playing that side, it's shit.
I've not seen him doing anything.
He was playing that side this week. There was nothing there.
The only time it looks much better
it's when
Van de Beek has played. That's when I've seen it once and Sancho is playing. Because I think Van de Beek can ping passes towards the wing and Sancho can read those ones. I think it was like 2-3 games.
Yeah, and speaking of that boy, he started his first game in a long time. What did you think of his performance?
Terrible performance.
Yeah, he was playing shit.
Especially after we had high hopes. But again, it's the first game, and I like Van de Beek, but I still feel like he needs to play with the best players. If he plays, like, he must just get a fair chance. How come when Fred and McTominay play, they always play with Bruno Fernandes? They always play with the best. Like they are the only liabilities. But when you put a Van de Beek now, you still put them with McFred. Then it's like, because obviously he has not played so many matches, so you cannot just fit into Bruno Fernandes' shoes like that. Even a terrible Bruno Fernandes still going to maybe put out a decent performance because he's played more games and he knows the people.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
Can play with Bruno Fernandes number 10. That means a CM. He can play central midfield. It was just, that's also when I saw that Carrick was not the right man, when I saw McFred making a return to the starting.
Exactly.
That's when I saw that.
Yeah, when I saw McFred. But I was actually impressed with Carrick, because I've been telling you as well, Udmina was going to drop Bruno one of these days. Yeah. And he dropped him. It's because he could see what I can see. And other people were saying on Twitter, I think Bruno is not a better player, but the guy is also tired.
Yeah, he needs to be challenged as well. He needs to take a few minutes outside so that
he can think about himself and his life.
And he watches the
sort himself out to that guy.
From another angle. Because as much, I can tell you now, Bruno Fernandes,
he really needed to be benched.
In this era when Solskjaer left, he was our best player. Even when he was not performing, Bruno Fernandes was our best player. But even the best players in the team, you find out now we're just playing mediocre because we're just good compared to these guys. But you know you can go another level. You can just...
Yeah, that's one of the good things that Ole did for us. Get us Bruno
Fernandes, and that's why
he did well. He did well.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
No,
Ole is the guy who wanted Bruno and he pushed for it. Yeah, even Sancho, even Varane. It's all Ole's job.
Okay, what happened with Van de Beek then? It seems like all
Van de Beek, yeah, he also wanted Van de Beek. I don't know what the fuck he was doing.
Because it seems like they signed Van de Beek for him.
But it's not as if maybe you tried him for a few games and that's
you never tried him.
How do you sign a player and then...
Yeah, that thing, it was demonic from Ole.
You sign a player and prove themselves too.
He was depressing the boy.
I've just signed you from Ajax.
That boy is so young, man. He doesn't deserve to.
How am I proving myself when you bought me? Because you going and splashing money to buy me was already proof that you need me. I've already proven myself enough. Then I come here and I must prove myself.
Yeah.
And every time I have to prove myself, I'm playing. No offense to Mata, but I'm playing with
Mata is tired.
Williams. You are playing with the second team.
Mata is just. He's just a guy who's just supposed to get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he must just get paid
like
and.
David Silva now. just enjoying his last years of football playing for.
But David Silva, even in his last season, he was so good.
No, even now
At
he still
City.
plays. He still plays.
He's still playing very well.
Yeah, so
He's a good player.
Mata should have done that in probably 2 years before Silva.
Mata is probably eating McDonald's. That's his problem.
The thing with Mata,
But as players, you have to be disciplined.
no,
You can't just.
no, I agree with
Yo,
you.
Hazard,
You see,
man.
there at United, we have a problem with the culture.
I have a
Because
culture
for Mata,
problem
are
there.
other players that they are there, but not for footballing reasons. They are just there because
Even
they're
Phil
good
Jones.
guys.
You remember Phil Jones? You
Fuck
remember
that
Phil
shit,
Jones?
man.
It's still there,
It's still
yeah.
there.
At Man U.
I'm sure Phil Jones, the last time we saw him, it was when City Press was sleeping. But anyways, yeah, man. Sometimes you can just feel like you can just take out Maguire and put Phil Jones.
You know, I was
I'm sure he's
surprised-
better, man.
I was surprised. I was watching highlights of Barcelona and United. That season, Barcelona got knocked out by Liverpool.
Mm.
Phil Jones was playing in that match.
Ah, he was. Yeah.
I was
First
surprised.
minutes was wearing a headband.
Yeah, already was
Oh, yeah, he was.
Oh, picture was wearing. It's 4 minutes.
Nah, man. It's just.
Okay,
It's just
I
things.
think we can
It's just things that are there. So then we ended up United won. They make the game. They had to win that game.
terrible performance.
Yeah, but yeah, they had to win the game, man, and they just got the job done.
Yeah.
And so now we're through, man.
And this is
Now my worst nightmare is over. I don't want to see that thing of Europa.
Yeah, you see
Barcelona
this.
is going there.
Yeah, I was telling my friend, I'm like, Barcelona is going straight
You
to
see-
Europa.
You see
But-
now, Barcelona not going to the Europa would be a surprise. Even if they got knocked out of the last 16, they must just be grateful they never played in that terrible competition. But as it
Barcelona
seems-
is going to
as it
the Europa,
seems,
boy.
they are going
But
straight
the last
there.
game is Bayern.
It's Bayern. Bayern is not gonna do that thing of. You see, if Bayern wins, if Barcelona wins, they bought the match. They sold out the match. That's the only reason. I mean, I don't see a reason why
And-
Barcelona is supposed to go to Germany and win.
yeah, there's no
I don't
way.
see that
There's
reason.
no way.
There's no reason for that to happen. And Benfica, there's no
Benfica
reason
go
for
to
you
win.
all to lose.
But you see, that,
Benfica's at home.
do you see that man when he missed that last minute chance? That man was
Who?
weak. That Benfica man, that Benfica player, 90 plus
Oh,
2.
against Barcelona.
90 plus 2. Goalkeeper, I don't know what Ter Stegen was doing, but it was him facing the net. And the angle was not
Fuck,
tight.
man.
He could have
So
won
they
it.
could have won through or something.
Barcelona could have been in the Europa right now.
Oh, yeah. Because they wouldn't. Because now they got 1 point from that game, so
Yeah.
they wouldn't have got that point.
And the team was
The
going to
team
be
was
above
not.
them.
Yeah.
And
Fuck,
they are
man.
going to play.
Come on, Benfica, do it for the people. Come on. Hey, I want those niggas to feel how it.
No,
Imagine
Benfica-
Camp Nou.
Benfica was in the
Camp
in the
Nou.
mud.
Europa.
Barcelona was in the mud. You see,
Well,
that's one
even the
thing-
sheriff in towns, Muna,
Yeah, that's
they,
one thing.
they ended up surrendering. Already.
Yeah.
There are people who are
They're
bigger than
bigger
them.
than them. The new sheriffs in time.
Oh, so
But
man,
Toni Kroos,
he was playing well against Madrid.
Toni Kroos is a German sniper. Now I believe it.
He was playing very well.
I didn't watch.
I didn't watch the
I
game.
didn't watch the game, but he's there. When
Oh,
you
he
watch the
scored- he
highlights,
scored a
even the
brilliant goal.
highlights. That goal,
Yeah, speaking of goals, I saw Thiago's goal. That's the one that I saw. Do you see Thiago's goal?
Thiago scored. If you didn't
Yeah,
check,
it was
Thiago
well
scored.
placed.
Thiago scored.
Yeah, those are goals that you can see with this boy. He went to a football school.
Technique.
Technique all the way, man.
Technique. There was
Technique all the
nothing
way.
else. Because the ball was a low shot,
Just
but the
placed
ball
it.
was swerving away from the goal. When it
Yeah.
started, it was central. But when it reached that goalkeeper was confused. It was too late for him.
It was too late, man.
Yeah, that was like, it's like Udwan. When he
Yeah.
strikes the ball,
When he strikes-
it's not
yeah,
just
yeah.
full laces.
You saw when he hit the post.
Yeah. He was really intentional about that thing.
Yeah, because he needs the ball
Yeah.
to move away from the goalkeeper. It's not
It
just
was
a
killing
shot.
that ball. It just that it killed at the wrong time. But
No, but the Champions League, guys.
the Champions League, it
the
delivered
Champions
this
League.
week.
It always does, though.
Yeah,
That's
this
like
week it
Even when you're
delivered.
saying, they still are playing weak teams, there's always going to be entertainment there. With,
But I'm just grateful that on top of our piano in football,
Yeah.
That's like the peak of entertainment. That's like the peak of entertainment.
It's football is the peak. Yeah, after watching that City game, I was happy, man. I was happy. Yeah, they fulfilled me, those niggas, yesterday.
You watch, you see every football philosophy. Oh, this is how you defend. This is how you counter-attack. This is how you score a beautiful goal.
Yeah.
Oh, this is how the fans behave. That's like the definition of what football is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
The Champions League, and it's still not started because when it goes to the last 16, my God.
When it goes to the last 16, it's too much. Then it's too much, boy. That's too much. Last 16, quarterfinal, semi-final.
Hopefully Chelsea gets a PSG or something once.
Yeah, me too. I want Bayern to get PSG or something. A big team against PSG.
But I want to see a City versus Bayern.
Sure. But if
Chelsea versus PSG.
That Chelsea and that City and Bayern match, if it can be semi-final.
City versus Bayern.
City versus Bayern. Because
to be good,
saw
man.
how City defend.
And the other side.
Yeah, man.
I
The way
can
City
imagine
was
that-
defending.
I can imagine that Bayern will never just let that thing happen.
Never.
They will
Never.
try something.
But then we'll try to maintain their structure. It will be a good game, man. Yo. The entertainment that's coming 2022. 2022.
Oh, the Chelsea. You see Chelsea City. That's also another masterclass.
That's a good game.
We've seen it this
Especially
season.
in the Champions League.
In the
Yeah,
Champions League,
it's different there.
Because in
It's
the
different.
Premier League City, they have the upper hand. They play more games, dominating. But in the Champions League, they still have that stigma that
They do.
we're underdogs. In this environment, we're small
It
boys.
was small boys, exactly. I know, I agree.
They are small boys. As they should.
Yeah, and now I'm just waiting for the draw, man. I can't wait for the draw. So if you are speaking about City press, Liverpool press, I think he was talking about it earlier against Arsenal.
Arsenal guys.
It was painful, man.
Arsenal guys.
It was painful to watch.
I thought-
What I watched, that there was nothing that was getting through. Who's that guy? Oxlade-Chamberlain. There was nothing that was passing that man.
And you can
Nothing.
see Oxlade-Chamberlain is not.
They
he's not-
suffocated Arsenal, man.
He's not that okay. He hasn't reached the levels that he had reached before he got injured in terms of like his third half deliveries, his passes. They are not that much accurate so far. But in terms of pressing, you can see why he's there.
Exactly.
You cannot fall twice.
That's one thing. When Klopp buys a midfield, that's why I was confused when they bought Thiago. I was like, okay, maybe they need a pass at them.
Because Thiago is not here.
Because every midfielder we are press. It's
They're
like,
press,
That's the only thing it does. We are press.
But that Thiago and Fabinho combination, that was the best because Thiago, I've seen Thiago is not as good without the ball and making tackles.
Yeah.
But if you have insurance, Fabinho is the definition of insurance. That's what it does. It's an insurance, Fabinho. And when he plays with Thiago, he gives Thiago that freedom too. You can move your champagne passes there and there. You have me behind you. Insurance.
Yeah, Fabinho is a good cleaner, man. He cleans everything. Everything he cleans, that man. Let's look at the upcoming fixtures. Obviously, the headline.
But we can't leave this one out. That 4-1, how terrible was that 4-1?
The Liverpool 4-1.
No.
Watford.
The
Liverpool won what? 3-0 against Arsenal.
They won 4. And that's
4-0. Oh yeah, 4-0.
Because when the games played, when we played Watford and Watford shouted us 4-1, I was like, fuck man. Arsenal are going to go above us in the league. I know they're not going to win, but they cannot lose. They cannot lose more than
I knew they were gonna lose by 3-goal margin. I think I even said
they
it
went
here.
on and they did worse. I know it was Liverpool, but after a terrible performance by United,
They did
losing
better
4-1.
than you. They lost 4-0. 3-0.
4-0.
So
They did better than us.
One better than you.
But no, they didn't.
They did, but we lost 5-0.
I'm talking about
Oh, the Liverpool game. Oh, no, they did.
It's just that this game week.
Because I was talking in terms of checking the league. Because I was checking like if Arsenal lose by 2-0 or because the goal difference was not that much.
Where are we on the league? I think we are 9th. Are we 9th?
But we're above Arsenal.
Are we?
Hey,
No.
what's happening in the
We
league?
should
No,
be
check.
above
No, I don't think so, man.
Let me
Most
see.
of them were there, go 5-6, and Arsenal 9. Man,
Because we're above
That means
Arsenal
we-
by goal difference and then they lost. Let me just confirm.
9.
No, man. United
I'm
is
not
below
sure
Arsenal.
where we are on the log, but I'm pretty sure. And
We're
I'd be
eighth.
disappointed if
We're 8th. Arsenal is 5th. We are 8. Yeah.
But these are just
let me see.
two similar points. One win, you can move from 13 to 5.
17-20.
Mm.
No, no, Arsenal is bigger than us officially.
No, but it's too
Arsenal
early
is
in
bigger.
the season.
No,
Yeah,
but-
when I look at this league and the points, I'm like, it's too early.
And that's why it's so disappointing that United have chosen to give up on the season. When there's 26 games to go,
Yeah.
they choose to go with the
Ah,
interim
yeah.
manager.
We can't win
I'm
the
not
league
saying
now.
you, but I'm saying mathematically.
Yeah.
Yeah, mathematically, yeah. But we can't win the league. I mean, I just want us to focus everything of ours on top 4 and Champions League. We can try to pull up something there in the Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League, anything.
Anything can happen, man.
Our
With Ronaldo in your team as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I know
Exactly.
what terrible football, guys.
I
and
know.
in my mind, I'm thinking, yes, Arsenal is.
So we can just.
But clearly,
Yeah. So that 4-1, as you were saying, it was shambles, man. I remember watching. I was not just. It didn't even hurt me because I was like, at least Ole is gonna leave now.
yeah. And what I saw in that game, for the first time, I saw Bruno making sure that Ole was leaving.
He was playing up.
Sometimes it's just looked intentional. I know professional players will never do that, but other players can listen you. But if it's your one of the best players, Bruno, then you must just know your time is over there. Because even Bruno was like, yeah, it was terrible.
It was terrible. Yeah, man. Yeah, so now we're post Ole. And our first league game post Ole is against Chelsea, man. At Stamford Bridge. Fuck.
Chelsea, they made Leicester
Ah!
like Norwich.
Man,
Literally, they
how do
made
we
Leicester
plan
look
for this
like-
game, man?
Leicester was looking like a Norwich.
How do we plan for this game? And what's your starting lineup?
And Lukaku's back was on the bench.
Lukaku is back.
Champions League.
Yeah. Lukaku versus Ronaldo. This is gonna be nice.
It's going to be nice and with some new energy. Because I feel like when players.
But I don't think it's going to start.
But how do you think? How do you see? Is it Rangnick? How do you see Rangnick's first
I
lineup?
don't even know this.
He's still going to be there, probably yes. But no, man. No, I think you can start. I'm trying to gather my thought on this one, but
I don't know that.
I don't see us
I don't
winning.
have an opinion even.
You don't see us
I
winning.
don't see Manchester United winning.
Yeah.
Obvious.
After they were so Chelsea playing against Juventus. Hey, man. Yeah. It's gonna be hard.
You
We're
see,
probably
Chelsea-
not gonna win. But hey, man, the thing is United, man. Hey, in big games.
And it's football. At the end of the day, it's football.
Yeah,
Like, you
man.
can
I
have
remember
four-
when we went to Stamford Bridge and Rashford scored with this other brilliant free kick. And
Yeah,
then
it was
left.
It was a Carabao
Yeah,
Cup,
but it's a game.
Because I think we were playing them twice.
Because I think, we were.
Chelsea,
Yeah,
we were playing them twice.
It
Yeah.
was semi-finals, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party was always getting shot by me.
Yeah, so
But I found them when it mattered in the FA Cup where Ole was resting players for top 4. Fuck Ole, man. We've been through a lot. That man was close to winning a trophy. He was in the semi-final of the FA Cup.
then he just gave
Then
up.
he decided to rest everyone, rest all his best players to fight for a top 4 spot, which he fought towards the end day, towards the last game against Leicester. So him resting players was not influential. It didn't help us in any way. And then we lost the trophy. We got top 4 by margin, and then that top 4 went to the Champions League. We ended up in the Europa. where
League.
We got chowed by
Villarreal.
Villarreal. You can't you chose.
Yeah. Yes, United fans, guys, we're tired. Even since Sir Alex, we last won the league in 2013, guys.
Imagine
2013.
you have two
It's rough.
options to get top 4, but it was not even that tight. you can still compete for top 4, or you can just win this cup.
This cup and take top 4, yeah.
Or you don't get top 4, you go to the Europa. Fine, because
Yeah.
you're used to it. You sacrifice the cup, then you try and fight for top 4. Luckily, you get it in the last day. And then you get knocked out in the group stages of the Champions League. The one that you fought for, you sacrifice the cup for, to go to the Europa.
Yeah, we got knocked out. I remember it's that Fred red card. Fuck.
And you could see it, except Chelsea.
Chelsea versus United.
I think it's going to be a
I don't know,
2-1
man.
for Chelsea. I feel like it's 2-1 for Chelsea.
Yeah, 2-2.
2 goals.
2-2. No, but the problem is that our guys, Bella can't just bet against my team. So 2-2.
But we must not predict with emotions.
This is bigger than CR7. We'll see, boy. Stamford Bridge. My problem is your pitch. That thing is nonsense.
It's a small court.
Trash.
It looks like that Vid Stadium.
Trash.
And these motherfuckers, they've mastered that thing.
Yeah,
They know how to move around that thing. But anyways, so I think 2-2 United.
Man
Well,
of the
2-2
match.
draw, basically.
Man of the match. You predicted man of the match.
Man of the match.
Yeah.
Probably gonna come from the Chelsea side.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be Jorginho or something. Oh yeah, or Reece James.
Gonna score.
But if
But it's
playing,
it's
you know,
Lukaku
it's part of the shout.
not having. Lukaku is not gonna have those post
Post-injury
injuries
syndrome.
things.
If
He's just gonna come back firing.
If he's good enough, he must do that. That's what
he's
Pep.
not going to start it. I don't think he's going to start. Tackling is very unpredictable.
Because it's a problem, that man, he's gonna bully. At least Maguire is not playing.
But Chelsea, they don't depend on Lukaku. So whether he plays or he doesn't play,
Maybe you can say that about
Yeah, but Lukaku is a problem, man, when he's there.
you remember.
So I'm just happy that Maguire is not playing. That's what I'm
Ben
saying.
White.
Yeah, I'm glad Maguire is not playing. Yeah,
Oh,
he
that's
was bullying them,
He was
man.
Pablo Mari.
He was chowing them that
I
day.
think he played ever since.
But also,
He
now,
chowed them
I'm
that
trying
day.
to distance myself from Arsenal because I'm too biased. You see, it's fine to be biased for, but if you're against,
Yeah.
what other games do we have there?
Yeah, what other big
So
games
we wrap up,
we
so
can
we wrap
talk
up.
about? City versus West Ham.
Oh,
That's gonna be a good game.
Okay, but City are
I'm definitely watching that game.
City are cruising. Let me see if I can get.
Cruising, I doubt about cruising, but they can win because they're at home, especially. City,
are
it's
good
hard to
football
beat
team.
City at home. So yeah, I think, man, ooh. Yeah, I'll give it to City. I'll just give it to City just because they're so good at the moment. So I think City will win 3-1.
But also
3-1.
now it sounds like West Ham a match.
West Ham is a big team, boys.
No, they are. But,
They can play, those boys.
But we're talking about Manchester City.
Oh, they chowed Liverpool, boy.
I know.
They are the only team to chow Liverpool this season.
Because they're not going to go there, Booty.
We're going to play like.
Yeah, they're gonna counter-attack, and they're so good.
I think you can head six if you just know Booty. You are more than maybe long balls to Anton or someone.
Yeah.
But on that topic,
No, West Ham is so good, guys. West Ham is very good.
Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, Bissouma.
I'll go with Rice.
For Man U.
For United,
No, at the moment.
Rice.
Now at the moment. At the
Rice.
moment, who is?
Rice. No, Rice. Even though you haven't watched. Hey, boy. Even though you haven't watched, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's
Rice.
the engine of the team. West Ham is like this. Because
West Ham is number 4.
so he must.
It should tell you something. Rice is good, boy. I don't even
also
know.
like
You see,
Bissouma,
you
but
see,
Calvin Phillips.
you see. I'll just allow you to talk about Calvin Phillips because maybe he did well last season. But Leeds is shit.
No, Leeds is shit.
Shit.
And you see, I understand it's because I've given myself time to watch like random matches when I'm not.
And
because
Lay
it's
another
easier
boy.
to overlook the performance of other players when you just look at the match result.
Yeah, Leonard, that boy. I'm not convinced. Calvin Phillips. He's good, Mara. I've seen him in England. I was like, fuck, man. Maybe it's because of the team. It's trash, man.
That man can play. That man can play.
Yeah, but Rice
right now
is
he's putting shift. At
Rice
centre back now.
is way better.
No, Rice
better.
is. But where is you remember when
Problem is if he's gonna want to go to Chelsea.
when Steve Bruce was there was no Steve Bruce. There was one CM from Newcastle, if you know
Sean Longstaff, yeah. He's still there at Newcastle.
And Newcastle just
Yeah, he was
I think
just
they're
benched
last.
the other game, I think.
I think they're number last now.
Yeah, it's rough.
They haven't won a game.
Yeah, they drew their game that game.
They have 6 points. They haven't won any game.
They have to start.
Alex,
They have to start doing something.
Seems like it's not Peter.
No, that guy Pella, he produces individual brilliance.
Just to
And
throw a match.
You're gonna
He
provide.
scores just for 3.
You're gonna provide individual brilliance, and you score 1 goal, and then the other team scores 2. So it's yeah. Saint Maximin is good, but yeah.
No,
So
but
what do you
Declan
think
Rice-
about
Declan Rice is a machine.
yeah City versus United versus West Ham
Yeah,
United?
I think City's going to win it. Probably a
The
tight,
goals.
a tight match, but City are cruising, man. 3-0. City are cruising.
3-0 nah.
I just feel
West Ham
like
is gonna
once
score.
they score the first goal, and it's going to be better if they score if the first goal comes in later in the game. But if we're 20 minutes into the game and City has already scored, it's not going to look good.
Yeah, then it's gonna be.
This game might be the game of the weekend. Maybe it's gonna be better than Chelsea.
Yeah. I agree.
I'm going 3-2 City.
Very brave.
3-2. I can agree with you there.
What else do you
Can
have?
agree. The only problem is that City is at home. You see, if it was at West Ham,
That line of
yeah. You would have seen those bubbles, boy.
The
you
bubbles
would have
fly.
seen those bubbles.
That's why I'm even more convinced Margot Chelsea's gonna win against United. But if Liverpool and City are playing before,
Liverpool is playing Southampton at home, man. So that's obvious. I think we should just.
and it's gonna come.
It's obvious.
We have to win.
Southampton.
Yeah.
Southampton is dead, man. Especially at Anfield. Liverpool
And
is
they
winning
sold
that.
that man of Danny Ings.
Yeah. Another good game that I think we can just browse through is Brighton versus Leeds. It's a good game
It's a good game.
because of how much it means for Leeds, especially.
I think Leeds are going to win this one.
It's at Brighton. They're not winning
I
it.
think they will win it.
Draw. They're not winning it. They're weak.
I watched them.
And Rafinha was not playing the other day, so I think that's also a problem if Rafinha is not. No, I'm saying discipline problem for Rafinha.
Why was he not playing though?
Yeah, maybe he was.
He was fully fit.
No, I don't know what was wrong.
No, but you see,
Maybe he was benched or something. I don't know what was
Yeah, I
happening,
see.
but he was not playing.
Bielsa strikes me as the manager that if you have disciplinary problems or even just a bad game, you can stay on the bench for that. So him being on the bench last game, it was not a mistake. So that's why I'm saying even if he comes back this game,
Yeah.
it's probably he needs to find form somewhere. He must just find form.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, but I think it's gonna be a draw, 1-1.
A 2-1. I like 2-1. 2-1.
When I hear 2-1 guy, you're like Robbie. But anyways,
I think it's just safe.
yeah, 2-1 is very safe. 2-1 is very safe.
So yeah, because I don't think they are going to win the match.
2-1-2.
Clear to Marcelo Bielsa's name.
When you love Marcelo Bielsa.
Brighton.
You love Leeds, basically.
It's just sad.
2-0 Brighton, eh? Yeah.
It's sad that they haven't reached the level that they reached. I watched Brighton last season, and it made me watch how they came up to the Premier League, and I appreciate how they came up to the Premier League. Because the way they played last season is exactly how they're playing the Championship.
I also liked Leeds from, was it last season or the previous?
Yeah, it's
Last
last
season.
season.
The previous season they were
Last
not
season.
I did watch them also previously. in the
Yeah,
Champions
last season
there. And
Leeds.
they were hot.
Last season Leeds was playing well. I remember when they were playing against.
When we were put in the championship.
I remember when they were playing against who's this? Man City. When they were playing Man City, oh what a game!
Yeah, I think.
That draw, I think it was a draw. Yeah, it was a draw. Yeah, what a
But
match.
they only started the season like that. Because even last season, I think they started the first game against Liverpool. It was a 3-3 or 4-3.
Yeah.
So
I
they
remember
always-
that game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
But I don't give a shit about Leeds. They can go to hell for like and hell being the championship. As long as I can pick my Sean Dyche and Burnley. Very important for the structure of the Premier League.
Yeah, no, but I don't want Burnley.
I mean, Burnley.
Is there?
You see, those are the team that identifies the Premier League. The Premier League is what it is because of Burnley.
Anti-football teams.
Yeah. You can't have pro football teams only.
Like a replacement of
You have to have.
Yeah, Stoke. This is
You have to
Stoke.
have. Yeah, exactly. It's a replacement of
And
Stoke.
Hull. But Hull never really survived.
Yeah, Hull was weak. Stoke is the one that I know. I remember City never won there. It was rough for them. At Stoke. Hey. So. I forgot the stadium.
It was always foggy. For some
Yeah,
reason.
it was.
I remember when Rooney scored some wonderful free kick when he was already finished before he left.
Yeah.
It was there by the I was asking myself, this old Matala Rooney, what is he doing now? You can't see that now it's time.
I think it was
We're
chasing
Stoke.
some record.
Yeah, I think
I think he broke his own.
Yeah,
and then when
probably.
that free kick, I was saying Rooney's tired.
Rooney is
Showing
great
up
of the
Stoke.
game. Yeah.
They showed up.
Yeah. I know. So, let me keep my Burnley and Sean Dyche. As long as they don't fire that guy. Sean Dyche is very, very, very important for the culture of the Premier League. So I think that's it from us, guys.
Yeah,
That's it from us.
call it.
Have a great weekend.
Unless you have something.
The-
Unless you have something.
No. We have Champions League the other week, I think. Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah, we have Champions League the other week. So, man, we just enjoy a Black Friday also.
Oh, Black Friday. Oh, it's also Black Friday.
Yeah. Perhaps you can go and get yourself a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Let's with your Black Friday, man.
I wish Betway had some Black Friday.
Black Friday
Extra-
specials, ne?
extra.
You won't win.
I mean, I'm beyond Betway. Yeah,
No,
that
Betway
thing.
is dangerous, guys.
It's dangerous, that
Betway
thing.
is dangerous. I saw it.
I must bet it's don't gamble.
Yeah, right. Don't gamble. Just bet. A Betway is dangerous, guys.
Yeah.
Don't put your rent.
So that's how we're closing it now.
Yeah. Yeah. Peace, guys.
Excellent.
It's been a nice episode again.